Hello and welcome back to the Commonsenseless Podcast, episode 16. Today, we've not spoken. All week, we've not spoken. I've left him alone. He's mad me like a little bitch. Zach, how are you?
Man, let me just start off this by saying, first of all, two things, okay? Thing number one, I feel like we need to change the intro a little bit because you don't hear like someone like Joe Rogan coming into it and saying, hello, welcome to episode 2498 of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. You just jump straight into it, you know? I think we should just jump straight into it, yeah.
Do you reckon? So is that going to be the last time I do that?
Last time. That's
okay.
what I'm thinking. And the second thing is that because you've not been mothering me, it's given me some room, some space to reignite that passion for the Commonsenseless podcast again.
Right.
So I'm thinking we change a few things in it.
Right, okay, go on.
And I want to mark this date now, it's August 9th. Now, I'm going to start working on it properly because let's be honest, you're the one that's been doing all the work for this.
Right.
But from August 9th onwards, I'd say for me, give me a week and I'm probably going to start working on the podcast. And we're going to be doing a complete rebrand to the point where we're not just going to be laughing and joking about having 24 subscribers. We're going to have a shit ton of subscribers coming in, subscribing all the time, tons of viewers.
Fucking hell, who's this?
Rebrands. We're going to rebrand the logo. The name also, Commonsenseless Podcast is sick, but I feel like we're pigeonholing ourselves in just saying it's a podcast because I could set us up a clothing store with our logo on it. People could go to like our store or whatever and they'd buy our merchandise. You know what I'm saying? We could do like a YouTube channel with pranks and stuff. Whereas if we're just saying it's a podcast,
like just an hour's chat a week.
Like that's the only thing. It's not that. Like we could do our own like 2-minute videos just like with our own camera while we're traveling or something. Or if we've got something cool to say, and we could upload it. So I think we just call it Commonsenseless.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
But let me just check really quickly, yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was going to come up with some mad new name, and you went. But I think we should just call it the Commonsenseless.
No, I mean, Commonsenseless is a sick name already. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we've called it throughout. But instead of just calling it the Commonsenseless Podcast.
All right, listen, I like it, Zach. I like it.
Well, man, you like what I'm talking about here, yeah. But just wait until you see what I'm going to be working on. You're going to fucking love it.
What, are you going to show me now, or you're not showing me?
No, it's a surprise, man.
What are you doing there in the background?
I'm just looking to see if the Commonsenseless. Nah. So, all right. So we need the domain name commonsenseless.com,
right.
But that's taken.
Nightmare.
So I'm thinking we either use a completely different name or we use Commonsenseless. Common Sense List.
What? Yeah. And will you get the domain name for that?
That's available.
All right. Perfect. Let's do that.
Commonsenseless. And just let me double check you spell common sense like that. Common sense is 2 words, isn't it?
I think so.
I mean, either way, listen, I'm going to start working on it properly. We're going to be doing a rebrand, setting up everything so it looks professional, and we're going to be getting subscribers, viewers, people on. So it will look legit, man.
I like it. I just thought you'd come through with it.
No. Like, honestly, I've got more free time to do it now because I've got, obviously, with what I'm working on, I've got people doing my jobs that was taking up all my time. So now I've got free time to do this. I'm ready to go, baby. Perfect. And I want to get one of those mics that comes off the fucking wall.
Where you can just move it.
Man, because I feel like every time we talk, I'm down here, like, having to...
Your audio sounds good, though, when you lift it up.
When I come down here?
No, it sounds bad then. Do you not remember when they did the full podcast when you was that close to it and it was just shocking?
Oh my God, man. It was
literally
awful.
An hour and 10 minutes. You couldn't even tell what you were saying.
Oh, it was so bad. I've just realised I haven't clicked record.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Bam. Oh, can I just say something really quickly as well? Another thing which I've realised.
Go on.
We spend so much time. We should have done this before we started the podcast, but fuck it.
Oh, go on.
We spend so much time doing, like, looking for the right screenshot where it's like a funny screenshot, don't we? Or at least that's one of my jobs, one of my only jobs that I have to do or have had to do.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, right now, look at the camera and just like laugh or smile or something and hold it for like 5 seconds, just so I can easily find
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we got it.
I can't believe we're doing that. Fucking hell, Zach. That was bad, that, you know.
But that's my 2 things. So thing 1, change.
So every podcast we're going to go.
Yeah, or we could just do it at the very beginning before we actually
do
the
it.
podcast.
Yeah.
But man, we're going to be rebranding completely. Like, you've got no idea what's in store, man.
Really?
I'm not saying it like genuinely.
I believe you.
Go with this. I'm ready to go.
When you say you're ready to fully commit. I know you are.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. But
what's give you this fire? What's going on?
You know what I think it was? Obviously, I've got more free time. You what?
Because I've left you alone.
No, I think 2 things. 1, I'm like properly back onto my routine now. Like, remember last week how I was like to you,
Grog City,
man, because of all the shit I was eating and drinking. Man, I've been eating clean the whole week. I feel fucking amazing. I feel great. My head's clear. I'm full of energy. I'm back in my routine. Like, it's down to a T, my routine again, like it was before lockdown. And I'm just ready to go. So I know when I finish that part of the work that I'm working on, and then when I can work on the Commonsenseless side of things. So because of that, and I'm more clear-headed, I'm just I know what I'm going to do with it.
Feeling good, feeling positive, making plans.
So yeah, man. And then the second thing was, when was it? A couple of days ago or yesterday, I was watching Russell Brand's podcast.
Right.
And he had a spiritual teacher on called Michael Singer. And I was just watching how he did it and how he had the mic on the wall and all that different stuff. And I thought it looked fucking sick.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy, isn't it? It's easy too. It's not difficult podcasting. I mean, they call it podcasting, but we're basically just having a chat like we'd have a chat if we were together.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Nothing hard about it, is there? Anyone can start a podcast and just get on and chat. And if you like end up getting a bit of a following, then I don't know, it's easy, isn't it?
But man, not even that. Like, you can, I've got to turn my phone off. You can start a podcast and it's just fun talking to different people from all over the world and like learning about them and listening to their stories. And like, it's just fun to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. And that's why we need to get more people. Well, more people, and we need to get somebody on. But honestly, once we get the first person on and we roll it out and it all goes good and like, fucking hell, what have we been waiting for? And then the traction starts going then, doesn't it? And things keep rolling and moving on and you get the next one. Before you know it, like now, this is the 16th one we've done. Once we get a guest on, we'll end up like sitting back thinking and then just carrying on with them. And before we know it, we've had 16 guests on.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Do you know what I mean?
And just think about it, if we get, like maybe they won't all do this because if we get like a big person on, but if they post on their Instagram, I was just on their podcast, boom, get thousands of views just from that one post.
Mad, isn't it, really?
Man, just wait till you see what I'm working on, man. Oh, I can't wait.
Don't surprise me when we're on here, though, will you?
No, I mean, do you want me to?
No, I'd rather you'd show me.
Yeah, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be over the next month or so. You're going to see properly things moving, things coming along.
Lovely. Well, listen, it sounds good to me. I mean, it's about time you've made some commitments, Zach.
For sure, I agree 100%.
But listen, what's been going on? What have you been doing this week? What's been happening? Where have you been? What have you been up to?
Drinking my green teas, of course.
Yeah, always.
Wait, what about you, man? I feel like I've just given you the rundown of what I've been working on, my mental side of things, my focus. What about you? What's been going on?
I'm sure I just asked you what you've been up to this week.
I know, but I kind of reversed it because I feel like I've said my bit of what I've been up to this week.
All right,
Eating clean, working out, just the usual, running the business that I'm working on. Nothing crazy, just more mental shifts.
Sounds good. What have I been up to? Working out, but Jesus Christ, it's been hot this week. I don't like it, mate. I'm not made for it. I'd rather it be cold than, it's like been too hot. Like,
yeah, because you've got a huge beard.
No, it's nothing to do with the beard. When I'm in work and I've got sweat rolling off my head, off my nose, is dripping into engines and stuff. Oh, it's too hot. And what you've got to remember is when I'm in work, I'm working on hot engines. Or I'm under hot bonnets, I'm under hot cars. And it's like a greenhouse in the garage. So, yeah, it's too hot. It is. It's too hot. I'm sick of it. I'm ending
So
up changing.
is it like the weather, and then on top of that, you've also got like how humid it is inside the garage, and then you're under the cars as well?
Yeah, it's too much. Listen, we're just not made for it. I don't think this country's made for the heat in general, though, to be honest.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? I think, listen, it won't be so bad if everyone had a pool and that you could just dive in a pool and have a drink and jump back out and dry off. But like when you're working all day in this heat, surely it's like have you not thought, Jesus, it's too hot?
I mean, fucking hell, before when I was inviting you, I was wearing trackies and I was full on sweating, man.
Yeah, it's too warm, innit? We went. I tell you what, I have been up to. I had a golf lesson yesterday.
Oh yeah, was it? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good actually. Yeah, made a big difference. But even then, I weren't really doing anything. I was only stood still, and I'm swinging, and I don't know. I bet I'd done 15 or 20 swings, and I was just piss wet through in sweat. Sweat was just rolling and just dripping off my nose. My t-shirt was wet through. I thought, oh, this is horrible. But
You're playing golf.
yeah, I was stood in this one position having my lesson, swinging, and it was like 28 degrees.
And you were piss wet through from playing golf.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Zach, honestly, I swear to God. Or a proper dripping.
I feel like if I was in the sun, no matter how hot it was, I've got my window open, you can probably hear that motorbike. No matter how hot it was, I wouldn't be piss wet through.
You don't sweat though, do you? Like, did you not see that the other morning?
Yeah, fucking hell, you're soaking wet, man.
So that morning, I got up at 5:30, went in the garage at 6, and I set a circuit up. And the circuit was around 10 minutes long, like a full body circuit with weights and the pull-up bar and other stuff, skipping rope. So I did the circuit 3 times, shut the garage, had a drink, and then I went on a run, which is like 4.4K or something. It's just like the ring of an estate near mine. And then I got back and I sat on the bench, and it was about 7:10 in the morning, and it was already 24 degrees. And I was just sat there dripping, and I looked down and there was a massive puddle of water. Just looked like I poured water on the floor.
Yeah.
Like very humid, but no wind whatsoever.
Was that when you sent me the video? Like, as soon as you noticed the puddle on the floor, you sent me that video?
Yeah. I put it on my Instagram as well.
Does it take, but for me to sweat during a workout, I have to be doing high intensity interval training, like full blown, non-stop cardio. So would you be able to do like one of my calisthenics workouts and not sweat?
No.
Or would you be dripping?
No, I'd be sweating.
So you sweat easily then, regardless of the type of workout it is?
Like what to do what with your workout, as in what?
So, for example, my calisthenics workout that I did, I just realised I put my hoodie down, and I realised how fucking bad my hair looks. I'm getting a haircut on Monday, by the way.
Nice. Monday tomorrow?
No. The
week after.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so my calisthenics workout that I did, I mean, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, dips.
Yeah, I'd be sweating.
Would you?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
And I turn it all into a superset, so you don't rest in between any of the sets. As soon as you've done your first circuit, that's your 60-second rest, and then you do the next circuit. And so a circuit might be 20 pull-ups, then 20 push-ups, then 20 handstand push-ups, maybe 10 handstand push-ups and 10 shrugs. And then I work on my legs, 10 jumping squats, 10 regular squats. So it's like a full-blown circuit that you do.
And you don't sweat from that, jumping squats, and you don't sweat?
If it's like really sunny out, I'll sweat a little bit, but I only really sweat when it's like I'm in a class at the gym or it's like a cardio workout, like full blown.
Isn't it weird sweating though?
It is proper weird, yeah. Like I can feel myself like hot right now, but I think that's because I'm having this green tea.
Like you just stick it.
Feels sticky, man. Yeah.
Surely it's not the weather for drinking green tea, Zach.
I mean, I just love green tea, man. You know what I've realised like this past week?
Go on.
How much the food that you eat affects your mind, your brain. Like, honest to God, like never mind the book that I'm reading at the moment, the Ultramind Solution, where he talks about, I think it's called Nutrigenomics, where it's like the foods that you eat affects whether or not you've got depression, whether or not you have anxiety.
Yeah, you mentioned it, didn't you, last time?
Yeah. Whether or not, like, later in life you can get dementia and stuff like that. Like, the foods that you eat affects all of that different stuff. And so many people, their normal diets are to eat sugar and refined carbohydrates every single day. And then they pop pills like anti-anxiety medication and antidepressants and all that different stuff, thinking that that's helping them. But it's fucking not.
Yeah,
It's just like putting a bandage over a fucking wound, and it's not helping them at all. But then as soon as you start cultivating the habit of a good routine, like for me, I'll get up in the morning, and as soon as I get up, open the blinds, down a huge bottle of water, and then meditate for 20 minutes. As soon as I've done that, go downstairs, have my coffee, read my book for half an hour. As soon as I've done that, I'll write for 45 minutes for the business that I'm working on.
Nice.
Finish that, manage the team. And then as soon as I've done that, I'll work out. And that's my same morning routine every single day.
So what time are you working out now?
So I am working out at 10 a.m.
That's not too bad, is it? Because you were getting late afternoons, like 4 o'clock-ish, weren't you? When you were mad busy.
Yeah. When I was launching that business, yeah. But now I feel, because I'm eating clean with this routine as well, it's all just flowing succinctly. You know
so
what I mean?
How long are you going to do this for now without a cheat day?
A while, man. I think I'm going to go a while without drinking or eating shit. I just feel good. I don't think it's worth it right now.
No, I agree. So if I said to you we're doing UFC next weekend, you'd say no?
I'd say yeah, but we're getting high.
Are we doing it?
I'm game to do it, but to get high. And I'd be eating clean.
To be honest, I was speaking to Gemma before and I said I'm not drinking next weekend. Because it's not just the day. Like, your Saturday night has just been demolished. Your Sunday has just been shattered all over the place. And then it rolls into your week. And it takes me to Wednesday, Thursday to even start feeling back to normal.
Yeah.
And because I'm knackered and I'm feeling shit, I'm more inclined to eat shit. And it's just like a dominoes effect.
A vicious cycle. Yeah.
Yeah. But it does it. We did 2 though. Was it 2 in?
2 in like 3 weeks, man. And that was hardcore drinking.
Yeah, it was 2 in 2 weeks, wasn't it?
There's a saying, I think Ty Lopez said this. Someone said this, where it's basically drinking alcohol is borrowing happiness at a really high interest rate.
Wow.
Yeah. So you drink and you have that amazing night, and sometimes it is without a doubt worth it because you have those great nights. But then you feel like shit for at least a week after that, until you start to build enough momentum to start feeling like good again, like healthy.
If that's the same for alcohol, what's the same for cocaine?
Fucking hell. I know, man.
Jesus.
I know. Just think about what that does to your brain.
Yeah, I know. Mangoes, you done it.
But, and this is another thing, listen, I'm turning into a bit of a scientist here, right? So we need to get Dr. Rhonda Patrick on our podcast and Dr. Mark Harmon. They would be sick people to get on this podcast.
You'd be able to get them on as well.
You reckon?
Yeah, why not?
I'll just hammer them. You know how you send your essays to all the fighters?
Fuck you.
I'd just hammer them. I'd be sending them essays saying, listen, your book changed my life.
No, but we've got forever and a day, haven't we? There's no rush. Like, we've got all the time in the world for it to happen and get people like that on. We need to get your yoga chick on, don't we?
Oh. You're trying to be a little.
Go on, tell everyone about your yoga chick.
Man,
tell everyone your plan. Tell everyone your plan and what you're gonna do.
Man, I would tell everyone my plan, but I think she's got a fucking boyfriend.
Nightmare.
I
so
know.
What are you gonna do now? You are broke.
Just fucking stay single.
Just stay in a strict relationship with COVID-19.
Oh fucking hell, man! That's the other thing. And I was talking to you about this not on camera a few weeks ago. Man, it's gone super quiet all of a sudden. Being single during coronavirus. Are you turning up your volume right now?
No.
Oh, I thought you were doing something. Being single during the coronavirus, it's fucking hard, man. Like, for people who don't really give a shit about it, they're just going off and doing their own thing. But generally, it's I mean, what's a single person meant to do during COVID-19?
You're going to have to wait till they bring out a test where you can test and get the results within like 2 minutes. You're just going to have to buy a shitload of them, fill the garage with them, and then every night out, you're just going to have to take them all and be like, listen, before you do this, I'm going to have to swab you. Open up. You'll be there in clubs and birds will be like that. Swabbing them.
Well, that is fucking funny. But you know what's crazy? Yeah, one of my mates who works, Chris, he works in a hospital in Liverpool. And he says, obviously, he's been in an environment in a hospital where it's probably, especially at the beginning, where there's loads of cases, a very high chance of catching COVID-19. And he's been tested multiple times and he doesn't have it. To the point, I've just fucking said his name, but I'm just going to say this anyway, fuck it. To the point where he had sex with a girl who had it, who was like spitting in his mouth.
Serious?
And he didn't get it.
And how did he know she had it?
Because she said that night that her smell had gone, her taste had gone, and then she got tested a few days later and she had it, tested positive. Then he waited 4 or 5 days like for the symptoms to show. No symptoms showed, so he got tested, didn't have it.
Fucking hell, that's mad, isn't it?
I know. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
Do you know what? It's funny she said that, and it's just the spitting in the mouth that's reminded me. I had a customer in this week, and she was telling me she had coronavirus. So I was like, first thing I said is, do you know how you got it and where you got it from? She was like, yeah, I work on a reception in a doctor's. So I was like, right, okay. And she said, in the reception bit, the doctors can walk round the back and into my little reception room where they'll pick files up and put people in computers and sometimes answer the phone. And she said, this doctor come round and she was asking me to do something. But do you know when someone gets too close to you but they're still talking to you? And she said, as she was talking to me and asking me to do something, a piece of spit come out of her mouth and landed on my lip. Swear to God. She said, I remember it landing on my lip. And then 2 days after that, she just felt like shit. She was like getting really phlegmy. She had a bad cough. So she rang up in work sick. And then she ended up getting a COVID test and she tested positive. So she was like, it must have been from that, because that was the only time she's been close to somebody. And she actually remembers a bit of spit landing on her lip. So I was then, like, the conversation went on, I said to her, like, how would you explain it? What was it like for you? I know it's different for everyone, but what was it like for you? She said, I've said this to a few people now, because this was in April. She said, I've said this to a few people now, but the best way I can explain what it was like is, if someone told me there was £1 million at the end of the road, I couldn't have got up and gone and get it.
It was that bad for her?
Yeah, it was that bad. She said, I just couldn't. She wasn't in hospital or anything. She was at home. But she said, if someone told her there was £1 million at the end of the road and if you go and get the £1 million, you can have it. She said, I couldn't have gone and got it. She said, I was just shot. I had no energy. I couldn't lift myself. I couldn't physically do anything. Like, my mind was just all knackered and tired. Like, my appetite had gone. And then it took her about 3 weeks to recover. But she said she was like that. She said that she was like that for around 2 to 3 weeks until she started to even feel better.
And is she back to full health now?
Yeah, back to full health, yeah.
Did it affect her breathing at all?
Yeah, she said so.
Like, bad or just a little bit?
Like, she said she was just finding it hard to catch her breath, but she said she literally wasn't moving though. She wasn't moving. She was just like bedridden for 2-3 weeks. And then it just went. And now she's just 100% normal.
Don't you think
it's like flu, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man. I just think it's crazy how someone can get it really bad. Well, someone can get it quite bad like that, and then someone else has no symptoms whatsoever who has it and is completely fine. Like, what's that about? Like, because there's some people with really good immune systems that have been affected badly by it, and then there's other people who probably don't have as strong immune systems and they're fine. There's no symptoms. So what the hell? What is that?
I don't know. It's strange though. I remember when Rogan had somebody on and he said that his friend, who was like fit as a fiddle, he got it and he was literally on death's door, but it was at the point where no family could go in and see whoever was ill. So, and he thought to himself, he was laying in bed in hospital, and he said to himself, I can't believe this. I'm just going to die here like this. I can't believe it. Anyway, cut long story short, he ended up recovering, but it took him ages, and he was in a really bad way. And then another story come out that a 70-year-old Asian lady got it, tested positive, and then 2 days later tested negative, and it didn't do anything to her, and she just got rid of it straight away. And she didn't even really know she had it. She had no symptoms or anything, and she just got rid of it straight away.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't it? You'd expect like some, I don't know, like you'd expect the opposite. He was, say, 40-year-old, fit as a fiddle, exercises, whatever, and she was just a 70-year-old lady just getting on with life. Mad.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
What is that? Like, what's going on inside? Do you reckon scientists are like looking at stuff like that and like trying to dissect why one person is asymptomatic and another person who's really healthy gets it bad?
I don't know, but I've seen and read a few bits about this, but what they've said is they don't think it's from the Wuhan market anymore. They don't think it's from the food market. They think it's from a laboratory. And China have officially said that, listen, it's not from the food market. All right. So what this guy has said now is an organism, when it turns into a virus, there's like stages of how it can pass into other things, like other tissues and stuff, right? So what he's saying is, in order for, say, China did know about this virus, it broke out and become a pandemic like this, and it was all over the world straight away. But what he's saying is, it skipped like a level. So what it should have done, or what he reckons they might have been doing is, say they were doing tests on this virus in a laboratory. What they might have done is injected it into human tissue or animal tissue or whatever it may be, what they was testing it on. And this virus has then mutated to do the next step in order to make species be able to pass it to each other, like me and you, right? But in order for it to become a pandemic, it needed that step of mutation so it could get to me and then I could get it to you, so the own species, and that's how it becomes a pandemic. But he says, in how fast it happened, no virus would be able to mutate that fast. So it's obvious that it was done in a laboratory. So say a scientist has been testing, let's just use human tissue, for example. He's put it into human tissue because he wants to watch it form, see how it reacts to the human tissue, so they can try and get some medication for it before it does become a pandemic, in case it does.
Yeah.
So what he's probably done is put it in, tested it on the tissue. It's mutated faster than he thought, maybe a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, who knows? And then what's probably happened is, because he's messing with human tissue, say he's touched it, or as he's pulled the glove off, the inside of the glove might have touched this hand if this hand's no glove or anything, and then it's jumped to him. Then the scientist has gone out, got on with his life, and then it's just started passing then. And he said, but for it to become a pandemic as fast as it did, that virus was made in the laboratory, whether it was on purpose or not on purpose. How crazy is that?
That's fucking crazy.
I know. But he said for it to mutate as fast as it did, it's virtually impossible. So it's obviously someone's been playing around with it for it to mutate, for it to be able to jump into animals and then get passed along from animals, or into animals, pass to a human, and then the same species can pass it to another species, or a human being can pass it to another human being.
Fucking hell, that's mad.
I know, it's fucked up, isn't it?
So what did he say in the end? He just thinks it was made in a lab, it's man-made.
Yeah, he said I can almost guarantee it was made in a lab. And he's not saying it was necessarily done on purpose, but what he thinks is it was probably done, like I said, he wants to get some of whichever laboratory or whatever, wants to get some sort of medication and wants to get a step ahead of it before it does become all this. Because if you remember when all this first come about, they said COVID was it the word COVID or coronavirus? They said there's many coronaviruses. So what they've probably done is tested this coronavirus on other stuff, thinking, shit, well, that coronavirus is pretty bad. That coronavirus is pretty bad. They've tested this one to try and get a step ahead of it, and then it's all gone to shit. And the next minute, it was 6 months down the line, and the world's still nowhere near how it used to be.
Fucking hell.
Like one tiny little mistake. I mean, I'm saying this now, I don't know this for certain. I'm just reading this, what this scientist has said. And this is obviously what he's saying.
Well, what again, my friend Chris said to me was that it 100% was made in a lab, and that basically what every country in the world does, similar to what you just said, is they create these viruses so that they can then come up with like the cures, the vaccines for those viruses, and then they test those cures on animals. And apparently they've got a shit ton of animals all over the world that they test this on. So China is one of those places. But this is what I heard. What China did was they had so many animals left over that then they then sold those animals back to the market. And then that's how it spreads.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance of it. But if they've been testing it on animal tissue and then it's jumped to another animal and then it's gone to the market, well, the Chinese government have come out and guaranteed that it's not from the markets. So I don't know. We'll never know. But do you not think it's mad how governments are funding these laboratories and they're doing these mad tests on things where no one, the general public, doesn't have a clue what's going on, and even the government don't really know. They're like this segregated community that are just doing mad tests on all these animals. It's like bloody, what's it called now? Planet of the Apes. It's like Planet of the Apes. It's like real. They could be doing shit like that.
Well, man, think about all these different movies like Planet of the Apes, like all that different stuff. Those, like, they probably have a little bit of inside information of how stuff like that works and build this movie out of it. So some of it is based on fact, on truth.
You'd say so, wouldn't you?
And I think it's bullshit that the government don't know anything. I think they know more than we think they know, but they hide that fact.
Yeah, of course. They
Like
can't. Go on.
The British government, the American government, they all probably knew about the coronavirus well before we found out about like how bad it was. They probably knew about it. It was probably like they knew that this was going to happen maybe last year, early last year. Who knows? And they thought, oh, you know what? We'll be able to protect him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now it's come out in January and it's spread this quickly.
So mad, isn't it? It's so crazy how fast. Listen, we're in the dark through I'd say 99% of everything that goes on behind the scenes. Like when you see movies that governments are having meetings of the next move and how they're going to do things, like all that would have happened before any of the countries even had a clue.
Yeah.
Like even had the slightest bit of worry, all the governments would have been sat around the table. Like Chernobyl. When we
I
watched
was
Chernobyl.
literally just about to say it's like Chernobyl. Exactly like Chernobyl.
No, it is, but I don't know. It's bonkers. We're just bottom of the food chain. We'll never find out. And those that are at the top and deciding what's going on and the next moves, like they didn't want to shut the economy down, did they? Because they knew what a big effect it would have and stuff. And it still will have a massive effect, I think.
Well, man, going back to the Chernobyl thing, yeah. We're living in a time now where a few years from now, whether it's 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, a movie is probably going to come out about this.
Yeah.
Where it shows what happened behind the scenes, how it started, what the government were doing about it. Maybe even like what Gemma talks about, how the British government will probably be taken to court or whatever. Like all that will probably happen in a movie 50 years from now. And then we'll finally know what happens. But right now, I mean, we've got no chance of finding out. But that's the thing, when it comes to stuff like this, yeah, a lot of people, like the general public, I feel anyway, they blame their life circumstance on the government, on everything else except themselves, because they think they're out of the loop. So what we're just talking about is just general stuff. But then there's some people who look at something like this and they'll be like, yeah, that's the reason why I'm unhealthy right now. Or that's the reason why I'm not making money right now. Or that's the reason why I'm depressed right now. And they blame it on someone else. So yeah, we don't know about all that different stuff like the government and what they do behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, fuck it. You do you. You eat clean, work out, enjoy life. Like that. that's what it is at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. But do you know what? I still, like every so often, like I was driving today or driving this morning, and I thought, it's fucked up, this world we live in. Like how fast it's changed and how fast it's changing. And every so often I do still reminisce. And even though it wasn't that long ago, I think, fucking hell. Like compared to 2019, we're literally in a total different world. Like the world's been lifted upside down. And people are probably watching this thinking, nah, my world's exactly the same. But it's not. It's not. The world's changed massively. Like we went out today and we went to this, it was like we went to this place in Chester and it had a bit of a, well, it was in front of a canal. But it had loads of table and chairs. And as you go in, you have to give them your name and your contact number and stuff, just in case they get an outbreak of coronavirus or someone's had coronavirus that's been in there. So they can ring everyone and everyone has to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. So when I was sat in there, the tables are very spread out, but the waitresses are walking around mingling between everybody. And I was so fucking paranoid, I can't tell you. And I didn't enjoy it one bit. So we just ordered a bit of finger food, like chicken wings, these brisket bites, some fries, and then just 2 lemonades. And I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't relax and enjoy it because I felt like people was walking past me. People are walking outside of me. The waitresses are coming up. And that was probably what made me on my way home think, it's fucked up this. Like, how long is it going to be now till I'm comfortable to sit somewhere and not have to think, oh, fucking hell, he's getting a bit close. It was just weird. It was just proper weird. I just did not feel comfortable, like, at all. It ruined it for me. I didn't feel comfortable. I actually left some food, and it's not like me leave any food.
No, not at all. You always clear the plate, don't you?
Yeah, but I felt proper uncomfortable.
Now, I do know what you mean because, I mean, for example, Snapchat, like, do memories, don't they? Where they show what you were doing a year ago, 2 years ago. And, like, 2 years ago today, I was, like, having pre-drinks with a few of the boys, just drinking, getting smashed, getting ready for a night out. And to do something like that now is, like, it just wouldn't happen.
No.
Like, there's no chance of that happening for a long time. But back then, I wasn't even aware. I always say this, but I wasn't even, like, aware that something like this could happen.
No.
Except
crazy.
in like, movies. And now you're right. Like, when you leave your house, you're, like, worried about touching something or someone getting too close to you. But then there's the other side. So I feel like we're the minority. So you're saying, oh, when's it going to go back to normal? But for a lot of people, it is already back to normal just because lockdown has eased. So they're out, like, talking to people like normal, regular. It's just another day. Like, everything's back to normal now. But for us, it's still just as bad.
Yeah. But even, like, when it first happened, and I still remember it, when it first happened, I used to think in my head, oh, I'll be right this next week. And I used to literally say it every week in my head. Oh, be gone this next week. Be gone this next week. But only to myself, I used to say it to my head. And then before I knew it, I'd been off work for like 10 weeks. And I was like, fuck me, this is serious, this. But I tell you something, go on.
Was that when lockdown had started, when you said, oh, it'll be back to normal next week? Or before we were properly in lockdown?
Like before, I'd say. Yeah,
okay.
Be gone this. Like, I actually remember being in the gym January, February, and then March. What happened then?
I was just stretching.
And then in March, it was all over the TV. On the gym tellies.
Yeah.
And they had the news on in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was just nothing but coronavirus. So I was like, it's fucking bad this. And then me and all lads are talking at the gym saying, fucked up this. And then we're talking about the gym closing. But I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, man, it's gone. Can't remember what I want to say.
Oh, I hate when that happens, man.
What was I going to say? Go on, fill a gap.
You were talking about gyms closing, you being in the gym. When's it going to go back to normal? Lockdown.
Oh, there is. I don't think I was going to say this, but there's, like, Greater Manchester in a lockdown, don't you?
Yeah.
And Preston have just gone into a lockdown as well.
I've heard, yeah.
So it's still going on, and it's going to be a long time till it is back to. I just don't know when I'm going to feel like I used to feel again. Like like for you, when are you going to feel like you can just go out and just mingle all night?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. I remember when I went out with Harish just to chill out, go to Reynolds Park or whatever, just chill out, have a bit of a cheat day. This was 2 weeks or so ago, and then we thought, you know what, fuck it, let's go to town, just see what it's like. Like it's probably dead, but we went there, and there were clubs crowded with people, all drinking, getting smashed, having a great time, and we were just sat in the car park waiting outside this club talking to each other, just basically being like, "Do you want to just go for a drink just outside there on the bench? Just on, not even inside, just on the bench." And I'm like to Reese, listen, man, I'm not going to go inside and get the drinks though. And if you don't want to, it sounds. And we're sat outside this club in the car for half an hour trying to fucking decide whether or not we're going to sit on that bench over there and have a beer.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
In a plastic cup.
No. But even though I said I felt uncomfortable today, yesterday when me and Dean went to golf, we ended up going to a pub, and it's quite a big pub, and they've got loads of outside areas, and all the tables are quite spread out. But there, I felt really comfortable. But I think it's because you're not cordoned off, and there's not loads of people walking past you. But where I was today, there weren't loads of people walking past. Don't get me wrong, but where I was sat, I had like my back to people that was walking past, and I didn't like it one bit. I thought, oh, someone only needs to sneeze and get some germs on me. But yesterday was totally different. And this weekend, the first proper weekend where I've gone out and actually sat in a restaurant, I didn't sit in a restaurant, sit outside. No, just go out spending money and having a bit of food here and there. But I felt comfortable yesterday. I'd go back to that one, but today I didn't feel great.
But do you think that's because of the person that you went with? Like one of them was Gemma, so maybe you're a little bit more worried about Gemma than you, and then the other one was Dean, who you don't really give a shit about.
No, it was the atmospheres.
How do you think?
Yeah, I felt like the atmospheres, people were more wary. And in the pub yesterday, all the staff had the face shields on. Whereas in this restaurant, I was sat outside today, no one even had a mask on. I don't know. Fuck knows.
You do feel safer though when you have that mask on.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yeah, it's like a protection.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know. There's been a few back and forths whether they do actually do anything, isn't there?
You're joking?
No.
I think more than anything, it's just psychological not to touch your face because you know you've got something on it. Like when I've got a mask on, I don't really touch my face just because I know that's a reminder not to touch my face.
Yeah, because you do touch your face a lot, don't you? Not you personally, just in general.
Just in general, yeah. Oh, especially when you grow a beard. Fucking hell, when I was growing my beard, I was just like touching it non-fucking stop. Now I've got this sexy ass stubble going on. Feels so much fresher. Just waiting till I get a haircut, man. Oh.
I was just gonna say, I bet you can't wait to get a haircut. Then you'll be ready to go out and mingle.
I'm just gonna fucking go out. Look at that hair, man.
Look at Furby.
Fucking hell. But you know what I'm gonna do for my hair, yeah? No sides and back, high fade, and I'm gonna keep the top. I'm just gonna I wanna fucking keep the top and just keep on growing it. So the sides are short, and this is, maybe I can get a bobble or something and just pull it back.
No.
Yeah, man. Just fucking. But I feel like that looks quite good, you know.
Yeah, you definitely need the back and sides, because Josh has butchered them, hasn't he?
Man, the back and sides when you get your hair cut, it's always the number one thing. As soon as you get your back and sides done, even if you don't get the top done, you look fresh.
Yeah, no, it's mad. Still, I've not had a proper haircut, and it's been. Well, it was beginning of March last time I had a haircut. Like my sides there now, I've never, ever be able to pinch it like this. I've never been able to pinch it. And like the front.
Can you eat it yet? Can you put it in your mouth? Try and get your tongue on it.
No, I probably can. But my hair's never been like this. Imagine how fresh I'll feel. Like you've had a knot, or you've had like clippers to the back of your head, but it'll feel unreal to me. I'm just going to try and keep it going though.
How much longer for? Like if you shave that off, man, you'll feel so good. You feel fresh. Yeah, you feel like just a baby swimming in the ocean. You know what I mean?
Imagine if I shaved this and this.
Oh, you look like a fucking weirdo.
I feel so good though. Do you know what would be nice?
Look like a baby.
I know, but do you know what would be nice? To put moisturiser on my hands, put it on my face, and not have to then wipe it off with a towel because it's all in my shit pubic beard.
Yeah, but you use the thickest moisturiser for your face.
I know, but that's why I've got baby soft skin.
Man, you don't want to use Nivea. It's
Why?
like so thick. Well, because you got this beard. It's so thick for your beard. You need something thin, like Kiehl's. Kiehl's is really good.
No,
just dab it on. It's just
for years.
Huh?
I've used Nivea for years.
Yeah, but not with that like friggin' fat beard.
I know it is big. I'm just gonna keep it going. I think. Keep the beard going, keep the hair going, and then once I get it all shaved off, it'll feel great.
Do it, man, 100%. So me and Josh were talking. When were we talking? Yesterday, the day before, and I was telling him, just as a completely different side note, going from coronavirus to what life is like now to what it used to be like. And I remember just a completely different story. I was in Chicago just for the night, just by myself. I traveled around America for a little bit, and I was in Chicago for the night. I don't think I've ever told you this before.
Right.
And I'm staying in this hostel, go for a night out, get smashed, having a great old time, talking to all these different air hostesses. And I end up losing them. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm fucking starving. So I'm walking in the street, just on my own, using my iPhone as a map. I'm looking for a Subway. I can't fucking see one anywhere. 5 minutes goes by, 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, these 3 guys behind me, these three black guys, like whether they're white or black, 3 black guys were behind me. And they started following me, man. In Chicago, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm smashed, but I was aware that they were following me because I turned a corner, turned again, and they were still fucking there behind me. So I finally find Subway, run inside, go, completely forget about them, order my food, foot-long Subway, like when you're drunk, it's the best thing in the world, sit myself down, and then 2 minutes later, the door clicks like a bell, ding, and they fucking come through the door. I'm thinking, all right, son, maybe they just want a Subway too. And then the leader, the long dreadlocks, a bit of a scar on his face, fucking comes over to my table and sits on my table for me.
And you're just pissed 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm pissed, yeah, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? So one of them sits on my table with me. The other one sits on the other table behind him. And then the other one, who's just got like a bit of a skinhead, is fucking standing by the door like a bodyguard, like a fucking security guard, like a bouncer.
Fuck.
And then the guy who sat at my table, he looks up at me and he's just staring. He doesn't say anything. He's just staring at me like that. And I'm just like, how's it going, man? You all right? Like, just trying to like befriend them, see what they're like. And I'm like, how's it going, man? You all right? And he just looks at me like that. Then he looks down at my pocket where my phone is and goes like that. And then he looks back up at me. And my heart starts pounding. Like, as drunk as I am, my heart is pounding now. And I'm thinking,
that shit like that sobered you up quick.
Very quickly. I was just in my own heaven-filled world, just enjoying this Subway. You know what I mean?
Careful what you're doing there.
No. And then this guy all of a sudden is just sitting next to me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my fucking God, as soon as I leave this place, they're going to follow me out and take me somewhere, maybe try and rob me. Maybe they've got a weapon on them. Who the fuck knows? But he's sitting there. And then he says to me, what's the time, man? What's the time? I'm like, I quickly look at my phone, like, oh, it's 4 o'clock, man. He's like, you didn't look at your phone. Can you tell me what the time is? I'm like, it's 4 o'clock, man. There's a clock there behind you as well. And he looks behind and turns back and looks at my phone again. And I'm sat there and thinking, fucking hell, what am I going to do here? Like, oh my God, trying to downplay it, just eat my Subway, pretended to eat my soggy Subway at this point. Then he turns and looks at the menu. And he's looking, and the guy behind the counter who works there had gone into his office at this point. So it was just me in there with these 3 guys.
Fucking hell. No one else sat down eating or anything?
No, man, there were 2 people in the place, in the Subway. And as soon as those guys came in and sat next to me, they walked out. So it was just me and there was 3 guys.
Oh,
and the other guy
God.
had gone into his fucking office. And then the one that sat next to me says to the other guy, listen, let's grab some food. And they get up, they start looking at the menu, mouths wide open. They didn't look high like weed high. They looked like they were on fucking heroin or something. They looked like out of it, completely out of it. And they're just staring at the menu like this for fucking ages. The food guy comes out, he's like, what can I get you guys? But the other guy, the skinhead, is still stood by the door watching me.
Fucking hell.
So I'm thinking to myself, right, now's my chance to fucking order an Uber and get the hell out of here. So while he's like staring at me, I pretend I'm eating my Subway, grab my phone, order an Uber, click, and it says 5 minutes away. Like, oh my God, fuck. So I'm eating my Subway, eating, pretend to eat. I'm thinking, right, I've got my Uber, they're ordering food, but this guy, how am I going to get past him? Because he's just full on staring at me right now. So I shuffle in my pocket and I feel $5 in there. And I'm thinking, fuck, I've done this once before in London when I was in a similar situation. I'm just going to fucking do it again. So 5 minutes goes by, the Uber's here. And I see a message and it says, if you don't come outside in the next like minute or so, I'm just gonna leave without you. I'm like, fuck. So grab the $5 from my pocket, get up, slowly tiptoe over to the door. Those two are still looking at the food menu, so they don't know I've got up. And this guy's staring at me like this, like 6 foot something, staring down at me like that. I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna bounce and give him the $5. And as soon as the note hit his hand, his eyes went from this to this, and like they just lit up, and he stepped out the way and he's like, have a good night, man, and took the $5. I went outside, my heart was pounding. I went outside, just slowly crept out, looking for my Uber. Which one's the registration plate? There it is. And I fucking legged it to the taxi over there, jumped inside. I was like, fucking go. He's like, where do you want to go? I'm like, just fucking drive. And then he just zoomed off, and I was free, man. I was fucking gone.
So do you think they were after mugging you? Do you think they were after your phone?
100%.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. They were waiting for me to leave just so they could mug me. You should have made
that story sound better and said you give him a $50 note instead of a $5.
That's all that on me, man.
Like $5, I bet he went, fuck are you doing?
But man, the worst part, yeah. I mean, this is really bad. Obviously, in the moment, I was just happy to be going. But the worst part was, as soon as I got in that taxi, he fucking bombed it down the road or whatever, and I felt safe. And he was like to me, "What just happened? How come you're just legging it?" I was like, "Fucking hell, man! These 3 black guys were just in Subway with me, and I knew they wanted to mug me. I needed to get out of there straight away because they were going to follow me out." And before I'd even finished the story, he was like, fucking N-words, those N-words, those N-words. Like, he was a full-on racist.
Jesus.
I know, man. It's fucking mad. So when I tell that story, I'm not thinking, like, obviously...
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They wear black, you know what I mean? But I'm not racist.
No, you're not thinking, oh God, they're black, they're going to mug me. You're just
not
fucking hell, these guys are being weird as here.
Yeah, but it was mad that when I went in the taxi, he was like the biggest fucking hell. He was so racist, man. He was so racist.
Shocking, that, innit? You were lucky there, though, Zach.
I was so happy to be gone.
Why was you on your own? Was you not with the other guy you was travelling with?
No, so I just left. So the night before, or a few days before, we were chilling in San Francisco, and I was on my phone, and he was going to leave a couple of days from then. I was thinking to myself, I've never been to Chicago before. I still need to book my flight to New York, but I've never been to Chicago before, so I'm just going to book that place for the night. Right. Book that place, and then that's why that whole thing happened. So when he'd left, San Fran finished, and I went to Chicago for one night, and then that happened.
Jesus, I bet you can't wait to start travelling again, can you?
Oh, I can't wait.
I bet you can't.
I can't fucking wait, man.
Missed that, ain't you? I can't wait to travel again. But people are still travelling. I think I'd like to go Amsterdam first.
Again?
Yeah.
You love it, don't you?
Well, it's only a 40-minute flight, isn't it? You can go Amsterdam for a day, you know. You can get the first flight. I think the first flight, I don't know if flights have changed, but the first flight from Liverpool was about 7 in the morning, I think. So you're in Amsterdam by like, I don't know, 10, half 10.
Yeah, it's fast hours, isn't it?
And then you can just get the 10 p.m. flight back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'd go Amsterdam or even for one night, I don't know.
Man, you could even just drive down there and get the ferry.
I know, but that's a bit of effort, that, isn't it?
Especially if you're getting high, yeah, 100%.
You think all you've got to do is drive to the airport, which is what? I mean, the airport's only 25 minutes from mine, 20 minutes from yours or something. I don't know. I will look forward to going away, but that's something I've definitely not even thought about me.
What makes you say Amsterdam? Like, oh, I want to go to Amsterdam. Why Amsterdam?
It's a 40-minute flight, isn't it? And you feel like you feel like you're miles away from home, don't you?
Oh man, it's a fucking completely different place. It's mad.
And it's only a 40-minute flight or something. It's nothing, is it?
You've literally said that like 8 times.
I know, but it is. It's just a 40-minute flight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quick as well. Did I tell you when, have I said, you know this, but have I said this on the podcast before about my flight to Amsterdam?
No.
So I was on the flight to Amsterdam with Taylor, Ben, and Harish. And one of them had just told a funny story, and I was laughing my head off, drinking water at the same time. And then he told me the punchline of that story, and I spat out my water. And there was a guy in front of me with a bald head, and my fucking water went all over his head and dripped on his face.
And what did he say?
The worst thing is, yeah, he didn't say anything. He didn't turn around.
And
we all
I
just,
bet you felt
giggling.
like a bully.
I know, man. We all just like giggling like schoolgirls because I felt like a dick. I didn't want to do anything. But then at the end of the flight, I said to him, listen, I'm so sorry about that before. And he's like, don't worry. I needed the refreshment.
Oh, what a guy.
I know, man.
I've got a funny plane one for you. I don't know if I've told you this before. So when we was flying back from America, we was in San Diego, but then we had to catch a flight to New York and then fly from New York to Manchester. So we had to be up proper early in the morning, so we're knackered. I think we got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, drove to the airport. We had to give the rental car back in San Diego, and then we jumped on the flight from San Diego to New York, landed in New York about 4 o'clock, but it would have been about 8 o'clock at night or something. Can't remember because it was in a different time zone. And then we went from JFK and flew home. So this flight was going all good. And then the plane was 242. So me and Gemma was on the 2. I was in the window. Gemma was on the aisle seat. And then there was like a family of 3. So there was this woman, a daughter, and then this fella that was like on the next row to us. So we're going and we all like jumped on the flight and everything was fine. But I did get this bit of like a whiff of smell, but it went away dead fast. So everyone was sleeping. All the windows, shutters were shut. The lights were dimmed. A couple of people were reading. And this woman on this aisle seat got up and she bent over for something under a seat. And she was a bit overweight. And she bent over for something under the seat. Now, half her ass was out. She had these jeans on that obviously didn't fit her. And when she bent over to pick something up off the floor, half her ass was out. I've never smelled anything like it in my fucking life.
You smell her ass?
I've never smelled anything like it in my fucking life. She had some sort of disease, and I'm not even fucking joking. When she bent over and her ass come out, Zach, it was like the rawest of eggs, fish, shit.
Fish?
Fish. Honestly, it was fucking disgusting.
Oh.
The first time, I just let it go and I didn't say anything. And I was like to Gemma, that is fucking vile. She must know she fucking smells like that. When she goes to the toilet, pulls her pants down, goes to the toilet, I'm not having it, she don't know she fucking smells like that. But stuff like that proper frustrates me. So that was that. I let it go, whatever. 2 hours fucking later, I'm half asleep and I wake up with this fucking smell again. And she's bent over picking something up again. And I'm like to Gemma, is she fucking serious? Bending over in my fucking face? Because I was on the aisle seat at this point. I was like, is she fucking serious bending over in my face? I was like, she fucking stinks. But I was saying it a little bit louder.
You dick, man.
She didn't hear me. But I said to Gemma, listen, I'm going to settle, mate. It's fucking disgusting, that. And if Gemma wasn't there and I was with somebody else, I'd have said to me, stop bending over in my face, you stink. Because she proper, it was vile, Zach, honestly. Like the worst smell I've ever smelled. It made me like, I buried my fucking head in this quilt and this pillow. It was fucking disgusting. And I know I've swore a lot there, but I can't tell you how bad it was. If like there was like a scale of smells from a 1 to 10, that'd have brought the scale. It was fucking disgusting.
Did you look around at any of the other passengers to see their reaction?
Half of them were asleep, and I was just like, is she fucking serious? Because she's literally bending over on the aisle, and her fucking ass is literally there. And I'm like, is she fucking serious? Oh, it was disgusting. I can still like just whiff it a little bit now. Fucking minging.
Man, you know what? One of my I mean, this is for everyone, but you know what one of my pet peeves is when on a flight is when the person in front fucking puts their chair all the way back.
Does it annoy you that?
Oh my fucking God. It's just annoying. It's like
Rude.
you've got your food tray. Like the way they've designed planes is so fucking it's designed for arguments.
Yeah, isn't it?
They put it all the way back, yeah. I mean, I'm only small, like 5'8" or something. Imagine how annoying it is for like someone who's 6'5" with someone fucking taking it all the way back. You're trying to watch a movie and enjoy your food, then fucking water spills all over you. Oh my God. I remember when I was on my way to Vegas with Taylor and Ben, and this fucking girl put her chair all the way back. I was trying to eat my food and watch this movie, and I was already smashed, like to the point where, you know, when you're drinking on a plane, and because there's not much oxygen up there and you're just all breathing the same air, you kind of get a hangover like straight away.
Do you reckon? Yeah, but, I know what you mean. But you get like pissed fast too.
Yeah, and you're just buzzing, you're drinking, but that buzz goes and then the hangover comes very quickly. At least I've found. Anyway, I was at the point where I'm feeling this hangover and I've got a bit of a headache, and all I just want to do is just chill out, watch my movie and have some food. And this fucking girl in front has put her chair all the way back. All the way back. So I'm like trying to eat my food like this while I was watching the movie. I'm like, you know what, fuck this. Excuse me, can you just put your chair a little bit more forward, please, just so I can eat my food and then you can put it back? She turns around like this to me, Richard, and looks at me like this. Turns back and fucking ignores me. And I'm fucking raging, man. My heart is pounding. Excuse me, can you put your seat forward, please? She fucking goes like that again and turns and looks at the other girl and starts laughing. And oh my God, I've never been so angry on a plane before in my entire life.
You're joking.
And I asked her again and again and again, to the point where people around me are probably watching and like they're probably talking to each other like, fucking hell, that guy needs to shut up. I was like, excuse me, can you move your seat forward, please? Excuse me, can you move your seat forward, please? And she was ignoring me every single time. So what I did, the little bitch, as soon as I finished my food, I put my feet up against the fucking chair and was kicking it the entire plane ride.
Fucking hell. That's bad though. She was just ignoring you, isn't it?
No, man. It's just one of those things. It's so annoying.
So
that was back before I started doing... Well, I've been doing meditation for ages, but when I was doing the whole letting go thing. But now I wouldn't react like that. But back then, oh my God, I was fuming, man. I was kicking the chair the entire time.
I'm not surprised.
And she didn't even say anything. She didn't say anything.
I remember... Yeah, it's you're right about arguments and stuff with planes. There was a guy sat in front of me once, and he was just like this. Like, he was a big guy, and he was just like this all the time. But the back of his chair was like my table, so he's like this all the time. Joe proper like shifting and trying to get comfort, and I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? I'm fucking drinking, my food's going everywhere, my phone's falling off too. And he's like this all the time. And then another time, I woke up. This was fucking funny. I woke up, and I can't sleep on planes as it is, but I woke up and I mustn't have been asleep for very long. And this fucking kid's face is just in between the seats like this, just fucking staring at me. And I'm just like, but this kid's face is like at the seat looking at me.
What did you do when you woke up? Did you shit yourself?
I think I just like, I don't know.
Okay, now. I mean, not only that, but then you go to toilet to have a piss. I mean, as a guy, you're standing up, so when there's a bit of turbulence, fucking hell, piss goes everywhere.
It's weird on a plane for me. I always seem to get a semi. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's normally early morning. I'm getting a bit of morning glory or something. But then when I like stand up and I go for a piss, I like struggle to piss straight away. So I end up stood there for like 3 minutes before I can even have a piss. And you just stood there. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, that, isn't it?
Man, one of my goals is to join the Mile High Club, without a doubt. Yeah, I want to do that.
Get it done, but I don't think you'll be doing it anytime soon.
Fucking hell, I know, man. Imagine how weird that would be. Like during. Okay, let's just quickly just do a little breakdown of what it would be like back then to what it's like now. Yeah. So back then, maybe you talk to a girl on a flight, you're all drinking, all the boys, all the girls, just having a great old time. Sparks are flying. Maybe you legs are touching, you kiss her or something. Like, come on, do you want to come to the bar? Get with each other. Now it would be like you'd have a mask on. And you try to talk to someone, and they just wouldn't want to fucking talk to you. They wouldn't want to go near you. They
Like,
just
keep your distance.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Fucking keep your distance, please." And you'd be that. Well, I'd be that weird guy on the plane who's trying to like take me to a bar or something. Fuck yeah, I don't know.
I think this spares everybody out as well now, so no one's sat next to each other.
Yeah. I've heard.
Which is pretty nice, to be honest, isn't it? I think I'd enjoy that, not being sat next to randomers, especially if you get sat next to a bad one.
Are you one of those people who, if you sit next to a randomer and they start talking to you, are you like in your head like, fucking shut up, please?
No, I'm not. I'm the opposite. I like chew the fucking ears off me.
Yeah, I'm like that as well. Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not like you, but I do it. Like you're fucking next level.
What do you mean?
Like you'll chew their ears off to the point where they're just nodding and like whatever.
No, but listen. Okay.
No, you're bad. You just like go. You're gone. You're lost. You're gone forever. I can't get you back when stuff like that happens. You're just fucking gone. Whereas I'll just have a conversation, then I'll like shut up, and then I'll strike another conversation, and then that'll be it. But you're like,
man, I feel it. But again, there's some people who don't have like that social awareness to know when to stop. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you were talking about the other week, how people just keep on walking forwards and getting in your space, and they're not aware that you're taking steps back. I feel like it's the same thing with talking to randomers and stuff like that. Like, it's fine to talk to loads of different people, but then you've also got to have that awareness to know when to stop. Because there's some, like, I've seen it so many times. I know someone who does not whatsoever have that awareness. So when you're like saying stuff to end the conversation, so for example, your thing where you say, anyway, I'll give you a bell after, they'll continue the conversation as if you've just said to them, what you're up to today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people are bad, aren't they?
Some people are very bad. No,
I've got customers that are like that, and it's like they come in for a chat because they think I've got fuck all else to do. And I used to like give people more time through my day, but now I just sort of, I'll give them a minute or two, and then I'll just be like, right, that's it. I've got to get back to the grinders, get back to my job, because you can't just stand there talking all day.
Are you a dick about it?
No, not really. I'm just like, listen, we'll chat after when it's ready or whatever. But when this is reminding me this week, I had no dinner. I forgot my dinner on Wednesday or Thursday. So I went to the supermarket, took my mask and everything, got what I was getting for my dinner. I stood in this queue, and then this guy come and stood behind me. And I didn't look at the guy, but I knew there was a fella stood behind me. So I was getting served at the till. Every time I took a step forward, he took two. And then I took another step, and he took two. And before I knew it, it was like 1 meter away from me. And I was like, so I looked round, give him the evils of doom, just like, what the fuck are you doing? And it was a customer from garage, and he just dropped his bike off like the day before. And I was like, oh, fucking, this is awkward. And then I just ended up talking to him. And then afterwards I was like, right, see you later. But really, I've been like, what the fuck are you doing?
How long did it take you to realise that it was him before your face changed?
A couple of seconds, because he had a mask on.
Oh, fuck it. I was just staring at him like this.
I was like
2 seconds.
I literally remember, I just went, hi mate, you okay?
Oh no.
Like that, mate.
Oh god, that's awkward, man. That's awkward.
Awkward.
Right, are you going to start going to the gym, by the way? Just real quick.
In
a few weeks.
Another month.
Beginning
of September, I think. What about you?
I think around September, mid-September.
Yeah, I think
100%.
I'm going to go beginning of September, but fucking hell. I've been driving past, haven't I, because I live around the corner. And I went getting fuel the other night. And you have to drive like round so you can see the front of the gym and you can see like the top pool bit.
Yeah.
It was like Love Island 2020.
No.
Yeah. It was fucking round. Do you know that pool at the front?
Yeah, infinity pool.
I bet there were 20 people in it.
No way.
I swear to God. I said to Gemma, fucking hell, look at Love Island 2020 there. Honestly.
What time was this at?
Probably 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's the busiest. But it's mad that that's still just as busy right now during this
I know.
coronavirus.
So when you go back, you're going to have to slot it in your routine again, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got it. 7 a.m. wake up and then drive to gym at 9:30 and I'm there from 10 a.m. until
Whenever.
12. Yeah.
Is that what you're going to do, 12:30?
That's what I was doing before lockdown. Because I'll just go there, work out, pool, sauna, shower, and then drive home. This is my audience.
It is sick, that gym, though, innit? I can't wait to get back and get some weights, some proper heavy weights.
I like the social side of it as well. How you can just like talk to people and stuff, but that's not going to be there. So I feel like that'll be weird.
Yeah, it will. No, it'll still be there.
I mean,
it'll
a little bit.
I tell you something, what I don't think will happen. I don't think there'll be personal trainers wandering about all day. I think they'll all...
I think they will.
No, I don't. I think they'll all have time slots.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, do you know where you get, say, 4 personal trainers or 5 personal trainers in at one time?
But they've not mentioned anything like that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I want to go, though, to see what it's like and if they've done anything different. Because if you go, or I go, and there's no hand sanitizer and they've not really done anything and nothing's changed, I'll just go straight up to reception and say, listen, you're going to have to freeze membership for now. Because I'm not going in.
Yeah, and no, that's one of the other things I don't get. Like, why aren't they allowing you to freeze the membership? You know what I mean? Because if you're uncomfortable going, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Especially if you don't want to give it to other people. And I don't know. I would like to go and try it. But one thing, it's just come back to me. Do you know where we were saying, like, it's bad this about coronavirus and we don't know the real, like, how bad it is yet? So what I was going to say is, we won't know how bad it is until the end of October regarding the economy. Because when the end of October comes and the furlough scheme stops, so all the people that have been working part-time or not working at all until October, when the government stops backing you, then we'll see how bad it is. Because at the moment, we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg with people losing their jobs and stuff. But once the government stops backing businesses and they stop funding people with half the wages or 3/4 the wages, whatever it is, once that stops, then we'll see how it really will unfold. Because there could be millions of people that lose a job.
Fucking hell, I haven't even thought about that yet. Like, obviously I've thought about the unemployment side of things, but not when they stop the furlough. Yeah. Like, is there an official date for that? Just the end of October?
Yeah, it's like the 31st of October stopping it. I know.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say to you really quickly. I don't think they'll do the time slots for the PTs, like you said, just because they pay the gym so much a month to be able to walk around the gym and try and get clients.
But do you not think they would have had some sort of conversations with that?
I think they just would have said, listen, keep your distance from people, but still do your thing.
Yeah, maybe. I can't believe we've missed the first summer of the gym being open with the outdoor pool and sunbeds and everything.
It would have been barbecues, drinking.
Gutted. But look, we've got loads of time, haven't we? And we've got all like time through winter where we can just go to the gym mid-afternoon and then leave the cars and go to the pub at the side, get pissed. Yeah. We've got loads of stuff to plan and get to do, haven't we? Loads. 100%. Right, well, listen, do you want to come to the gym then?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We'll see.
Mid-September.
We'll see where we're up to beginning of September, and then we'll sort it out, and then we'll start going.
Yeah, 100%, man. Definitely.
All right, Zaki. Well, listen, for everyone that watched, Justine, thanks for watching the Commonsenseless Podcast. Zach's promised that he's going to do loads of work and this, that, and the other.
Give me a week or so before I properly start.
Let's see if he comes through. It sounds like he's making excuses to me already, but time will tell. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Lego. Peace.